It's been happening in the Sierra, too. We've been getting lots of snow. Let's just talk about that for a second because Madisen Keavy went up the hill. She's live in Cisco Grove along I-80 with the late spring storm. Looks like it's still kind of coming down there, huh, Madisen?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. It is still coming down, sort of collecting on my jacket here. You know, today we've been following the chain controls and some of those delays on 80. And really, you could think of that as a metaphorical symbol, so to speak, for the delay to wildfire season. It's this stuff, the snow, that, you know, helps those fuels that would typically spark if they were dry, stay wet for longer. A, you know, amazing April, you might be able to call it that. Chains on. Roads wet and potentially icy. Gas stations an important stop to refuel and warm up. The slowdowns and hazards that bring these views, a small price for travelers.
The conditions for California, I believe, is good, right?
With a big reward for the state.
How is that going to impact fire season, good and bad?
Mostly good, you know, from my perspective of someone who wants to encourage active forest management to reduce fire severity.
Catastrophic wildfires feel distant. When outside right now, the Sierra is covered in a blanket of white. What happens now in April dictates what happens this summer.
Is snow more important than rain?
Snow is better because, you know, in terms of the beginning of the wildfire season, it just means that the fuel is going to be wetter for longer if it's snow, right?
Even though I'm digging through inches of snow, the water equivalent in it could only equal 1 or 2 inches, which is just not enough to fill reservoirs in the state. So when you ask experts, is it enough to end the drought? They say, not so fast.
Is actually looking at how much water is in that snow, because that's the water that's going to be helping us through the summer and into the fall if we're lucky.
For drought and fire, it's all about how long the snow sticks around. A team at UC Berkeley hope changes to forests could help this last.
And what we found is that when we create these canopy gaps that are about 1 acre in size, that's like the size of a football field, we can actually get more snow to fall through the canopy, and then that snow can persist for longer because of the kind of shading effects from trees. So.
Those forest management tools, so interesting, all part of the puzzle to prevent wildfires from being those catastrophic ones that we've seen historically. Of course, it takes those types of tools, prescribed burns, snow in the Sierra and rain in the valley, all working together to bring us out of that drought and, of course, to delay the start of wildfire season, or at the very least make it, you know, less catastrophic than we've seen in the last couple years.